They keep telling you, you need this course. You need that coach. You need this mastermind, that mentor, this morning routine, that 8-step program. Funny, isn't it? They always sell you something, but they never say the one thing that's actually true. You already have it. Read that again. You already have it. You were born with it. The fire, the instinct, the clarity. But they buried it with noise, with fear, with conditioning, with comparison. They didn't want you to remember, because the moment you do, you stop needing them. You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to be healed by someone else. You don't need a new version of yourself. You need to uncover the old one. The real one. The one that existed before the doubt. Before the world told you you're not enough. Before they sold you brokenness as a brand. What you need is already in you. You don't need more motivation. You need activation. The kind that doesn't come from a podcast, or a 60-second reel, or some guru on stage with a headset mic. It comes from within. From that moment when you're alone and tired and nothing makes sense. And something inside whispers, "Let's go. Get up. We're not done." You weren't created to consume, to scroll, to wait, to compare. You were created to create, to move, to lead, to feel alive. And that doesn't come from buying more courses. It comes from choosing your own power, from trusting your own voice, from acting even when it's messy, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. They won't tell you this, because there's no money in you being whole, no profit in you being free, no clickbait in you waking up to your own truth. But here's what they won't say. You don't need a program. You need a decision. You don't need a strategy. You need a moment of truth. You don't need their permission. You need your own permission. So here it is, your reminder, your spark, your wake-up call. You don't need more. You need less. Less fear. Less noise. Less waiting. You've read the books. You've watched the videos. You've prepped long enough. Now it's time to move. Not someday. Not when you feel ready. Now. Because you already have the answers. You already have the wisdom. You already have the spark. And if you're still searching for something, it's probably because you've been told to look everywhere, except inside. So stop asking the world for permission. You are the key. You are the fuel. You are the solution. And everything you need is already inside you, waiting to be activated. Now go activate it. You know what slows people down? Preparation without action. They read every book, watch every seminar, Make 20 versions of the same plan, but never execute. Never jump. Why? Because action requires risk. It requires exposure. It requires the courage to be seen, imperfect, unsure, raw. But that's where the real you lives. Not in the plan. In the leap. Real transformation doesn't happen in theory. It happens when you put skin in the game. When your heart is on the table. When you say, I don't have it all figured out, but I'm showing up anyway. That's bravery. Not the ones who speak the loudest, but the ones who act silently, consistently, relentlessly. You don't need to scream. You just need to show up. Every damn day. So how do you activate? You start with what you have, where you are, as you are. You close the laptop. You shut down the noise. You look yourself in the mirror and say, today, I move. Today, I create. Today, I own this life because it's mine. Not tomorrow. Not Monday. Now. Listen. This isn't a call for perfection. It's a call for presence. You're not here to play small. You're not here to stay safe. You're here to burn bright, even if it scares you. So stop playing the role of the almost ready version of yourself. Because the world doesn't need more potential. It needs you fully expressed. OUVE waited for someone to light the fire. But what if you're the fire? What if you're not meant to be led? What if you're meant to lead? This life, it doesn't require your perfection. It requires your presence. Your decision. Your ignition. So go now. Break the loop. Activate your truth. Because nothing outside you holds the key. You do.